What happens when two cosmic forces of unimaginable power collide in a battle that shakes the very foundation of reality? Galactus, the ancient Devourer of Worlds, a godlike entity driven by an insatiable hunger, faces off against Trigon, the demonic overlord whose very existence breeds destruction and suffering. As these two titans unleash their fury, entire galaxies are swallowed in chaos. Dimensions shatter like fragile glass, and even the most powerful celestial beings watch in awe and terror. This is more than just a battle. It is a cataclysmic war that threatens to unravel the multiverse itself. With every clash of their immense power, planets are reduced to dust, black holes collapse under their might, and time itself bends under the sheer force of their will. Trigon, the conqueror of realms, seeks to consume all in darkness, while Galactus, the eternal force of balance, stands as a last line of defense against absolute annihilation. But in a war where gods fall and cosmic laws are rewritten, who will emerge victorious? Will Galactus' ancient wisdom and the limitless power cosmic be enough to withstand Trigon's demonic might? Or will the Devourer become just another victim of the Demon Lord's insidious conquest? Prepare yourself for an epic battle of legendary proportions, where strategy, resilience, and raw power will determine the fate of existence itself. Buckle up. This is a fight that will shake creation to its core. The multiverse trembled. A cataclysmic disturbance rippled across cosmic realms, unsettling even the most ancient entities. Celestial beings turned their gaze to the void, sensing a monstrous convergence of power. Somewhere in the abyss, an unspeakable darkness spread like a cancer. Trigon, the Demon Lord, was expanding his dominion. Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, sensed the unnatural imbalance. His hunger burned within, but he knew this was no ordinary threat. Something primal, something beyond mortal comprehension, threatened existence itself. He turned to his herald, the Silver Surfer, who had just returned from the fringes of a corrupted realm. "Speak, Surfer," Galactus commanded. "It is Trigon, my master," the Surfer reported, his metallic eyes reflecting galaxies of sorrow. "He has devoured entire dimensions. Planets do not merely die in his wake. They become instruments of his darkness." Galactus stood motionless, processing the revelation. He had fought celestials, defied gods, and withstood annihilation itself. Yet the name Trigon stirred something ancient within him, a memory from before time. "Then I must intervene," Galactus declared, his voice a force of nature. "The demon shall know the wrath of the cosmic order." The Devourer of Worlds arrived at the edge of Trigon's hellscape, a dimension twisted into an endless nightmare. Skies bled crimson, oceans boiled, and entire civilizations knelt in suffering. Trigon's laughter rumbled like an earthquake as a colossal form materialized before Galactus. His eyes, burning pits of hatred, fixed upon the cosmic giant. "Galactus," Trigon sneered, his voice dripping with malice. "You come to stop me? You are but a parasite, feasting on worlds. I am conquest itself." Galactus did not engage in words. Instead, he raised his hand, summoning the power cosmic. A sphere of raw energy ignited in his palm, radiating the might of a dying sun. "I am not here for discourse, demon. You threaten the balance. You must be undone." With a motion as swift as a collapsing star, Galactus unleashed his energy. The heavens roared as Trigon countered with an explosion of demonic fire. The collision tore reality apart, birthing new dimensions in the wake of their clash. Trigon twisted the battlefield, shifting Galactus into an illusory domain where time itself fractured. Nightmarish apparitions of long-devoured worlds appeared, whispering sorrowful cries. Trigon sought to break Galactus' will, force him to experience the echoes of his past destruction. But Galactus was no mortal mind to be toyed with. With a mere exertion of will, he shattered the illusion, anchoring himself in the fabric of the cosmos. Your tricks are feeble, demon. I am beyond guilt, beyond remorse. Trigon snarled and summoned legions of his demonic spawn, beings that had once been gods but now existed only to serve his darkness. They swarmed Galactus, clawing at his immense form. Galactus, undeterred, unleashed cosmic fire, incinerating millions of them in an instant. Yet Trigon only laughed. For every fallen demon gave him more strength. You do not understand, Devourer, Trigon bellowed. Your power feeds me. Realizing the trap, Galactus altered his strategy. He shifted his energy output, reversing the flow, drawing the infernal essence instead of expelling energy. Trigon's grin faltered as he felt his own power siphoned into Galactus' ever-hungry form. Enraged, Trigon abandoned his minions and engaged Galactus directly. Their fists clashed with the force of collapsing galaxies. Trigon struck with the rage of a billion tormented souls, while Galactus countered with the cold, unyielding might of eternity. Planets shattered in the wake of their combat. Entire star systems blinked out of existence. Beings who had once considered themselves gods cowered in fear as two titans waged war beyond comprehension. Trigon roared, summoning the power of the seven hells. Dark tendrils wrapped around Galactus, constricting, seeking to pull him into a void of pure suffering. The Devourer strained, his armor cracking under the immense pressure. But Galactus was not a creature of flesh and blood. He was cosmical incarnate. A surge of the power cosmic burst from within him, shattering the tendrils and sending Trigon reeling. Galactus pressed his advantage, raising his hand and calling upon the fundamental forces of existence. He compressed gravity itself, turning space into a crushing vice around Trigon. The demon howled in rage, his form distorting his reality bent against him. But Trigon was not defeated. With a monstrous effort, he shattered the gravitational prison and retaliated. His 6 eyes glowed with infernal might, releasing beams of malevolent energy that sliced through the void. The beam struck Galactus, carving deep into his form. The Devourer staggered, but his will did not waver. Galactus retaliated with a wave of cosmic force so immense that it ruptured the very fabric of Trigon's realm. The Demon Lord screamed in defiance, summoning an army of eldritch horrors, monstrous entities of pure nightmare. They lunged at Galactus, their claws capable of rending reality itself. But the Devourer simply absorbed their essence, fueling his power further. Then, Trigon made his final gambit. He attempted to possess Galactus, infiltrating his very essence, seeking to corrupt him from within. For a moment, Galactus staggered, his form flickering between light and darkness. But Galactus was no ordinary entity. He was older than time itself. He did not possess a soul to corrupt, for he was a force of nature, beyond morality, beyond the grasp of demonic influence. With newfound resolve, Galactus embraced Trigon's invasion, not to surrender, but to consume. He opened himself, becoming a void of endless hunger, and began devouring Trigon's very existence. Trigon screamed, his power draining, his essence unraveling. He thrashed, attempting to break free, but Galactus' will was absolute. The demon who had conquered realms, shattered gods, and enslaved millions was being erased from reality itself. As the echoes of Trigon's final scream faded into the void, silence reigned. The crimson hellscape, once Trigon's domain, withered into nothingness. The multiverse, for the first time in ages, breathed. Galactus stood alone. He had absorbed Trigon's energy, his hunger momentarily sated, but something had changed. He could feel the remnants of dark magic lingering within him. A new power, an unknown transformation. From the distance, Silver Surfer watched with wary eyes. He understood what had just occurred, and he feared what it might mean. "You have won, my master," the Surfer said cautiously. "But at what cost?" Galactus did not answer. He turned, his massive form dissolving into the cosmos, continuing his eternal journey. He had claimed victory, but his hunger would never end. And somewhere in the void where Trigon once existed, a faint whisper echoed, a remnant of darkness waiting for the right moment to rise again.